everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I wasn't actually going to do a video, but then the radio was playing in the car and I was just like, oh, I feel inspired. So I'm here jumping on, just saying a big good morning. But obviously today is World Book Day. So I am going to take this opportunity because there's a few new people to the Facebook page and YouTube. So I want to share a part of you that has been a bit sleepy recently. I will hold my hands up and say that it had a bit of a break. I had written 8 books. And I think I just mentally needed some time off. However, for those who have very graciously given me nudges, it is working. So watch this space for later on. But what I will do is go back through my journey as an author. So first of all, we started off with living life with the glass half full. This was a bit of just it started off with a bit of a brain dump. And as I started writing, I realised that there were certain things that I wanted to leave as a bit of a legacy, that certain wisdom understandings that I think actually I want people to keep being post-it noted for this. So it is my life lessons, which means you get to hear the things that I messed up with as a kid. I was fun, passionate, slightly mischievous, but then you hear about the stories of my mistakes with horses, what they taught me, when I travelled, what I learned from the different places there, and just some key core beliefs that have grown. So from things of how precious our time is, loving to learn, embracing change, saying goodbye, seasons of your life, changing a day to change your life. From mischievous to masterful. So yeah, it's a very thin book, so it's a quick read, but a lot of people said they had a lot of laughs figuring and finding out a few bits more about me. So that was book number 1. That then rolled onto book number 2, which is 40 Days. So I was starting to realise that I was saying very similar things to certain sets of groups of people, and I realised it would be so handy for them to have something to refer back to physically, rather than trying to hold everything in their memory from the session. So what this is we set a goal at day 1, and then I talk to the person every day for 40 days. And we go through the ups, the downs, the changes of emotions, the changes of routines, what to look for, what's okay and why it's happening. So that one was kind of like a bit of a me in your pocket, so that you could continue to refer to things, and then you'd set another goal, and then start the 40 days again, and then reflect on what you'd managed to achieve in 40 days. And it's quite remarkable when you become more focused, actually how much you can achieve in 40 days, because you start allocating your time. So that was book number 2. We then went on to, I had this whole crazy experience of a dream. And in that dream, this young boy there was this scene that kept playing out in my head over and over and over again. And I was just like, I've just got to write this down. As I started to write it down, it didn't stop. So then this whole concept of a 12-book project, which would take quite a large portion of my life to write, came and became a goal. Now, I have been working on this for years now, and it all started off with a diary of dreams. I know these things are all back to front, but you'll get the gist. So a diary of dreams is where you meet a family, Ali and Hugh, and I go through 12 life lessons, one life lesson per book. This is where Hugh has a really crazy idea to go on this crazy adventure, and we follow him and Ali, and you see it from the parents' perspective, you see it from the kids' perspective, but also you see it from life's perspective. And interwoven between the story are little nuggets of my little nudges of, have you seen things from this perspective? Have you thought about it this way? And it's like watching a movie, but being able to relate to it and going, actually, I'm going to use that. I'm going to take that. I'm going to embrace that. So this was the first one, A Diary of Dreams, and I have just recently reread it. And I'm still just as excited as I was when I wrote it, which is really good. So after that one was finished, the pen didn't stop on the page. Da-da-la. So then it moved on to A Locket of Love. So this then moved on to the next lesson. And I'm not going to give you the lessons because it kind of gives it away. So you're just going to have to read it. And this is where you meet Molly. And Molly she's a firecracker. Nana oh my gosh, she is my hero. And I just love her, absolutely love her. So you get to meet Nana, you get to meet Molly, and they again go through this life lesson, and you get to observe but also listen and follow, have a few laughs as the story starts to unfold. Then it moved on to A Mirror of Miracles. So this is the third book. The next life lesson was revealed to them, and also something very interesting happens because somehow Molly and Hugh's lives start to intertwine. So they then uncover this next life lesson, and together with one of their friends called Aidan, they start to explore it, and not only explore it, but become it and live it. And what happens after they start living it led on to the fourth book, A Feather of Faith. So this is when actually things take a bit of a sideward steps, and they start to have to step up their game because they've now got 3 life lessons under their belt. They're getting the 4th one. So life is starting to go, okay, you're starting to get a bit. Now let's up the challenges. Let's up the experiences. How do you handle this? What would you do in this situation? So they are maturing, they are growing, and they are being pushed to become even more refined, brighter versions of themselves. So this was book number 4, and then book number 5 is A Ring of Rejoicement. This is after 4 books of growth, an accumulation of events, something really beautiful starts to blossom. If you read the book, the word blossom will make a lot of sense with you. So they continue now. They have then their 5th life lesson that they start to learn, which comes with its own challenges, which comes with its own growth. But again, they embrace it and they move forwards with it. And you watch them make their new choices, new decisions, and explore where they go to yet. As a collective, I think is the word I would use, so I don't give too much away. So then that is book number 5. That's called the Universal Series. Like I say, it will eventually be 12 books long, but each time I have chance to sit down, I feel such a sense of enjoyment going into that place of imagination, of endless no boundaries, just endless opportunities. But more so, I really enjoy telling a story and exploring some things that not necessarily you can do face to face because you might not have time. So yeah, that is my contribution to World Book Day, and long may it live and long may it continue. And yeah, if you have read the books, I would love to hear what you thought of them. and some of the takeaways you've had from them, because I learned just as much from you guys. So yeah, share away. All right.